Hello everyone, I'm Timothy McSwain, and welcome back to Superstes Noctis. This is episode number 33. I really should have checked before I started. It's been a while, so can't blame me there, right? We are here in the end in this little ender shelter, which I don't think you guys would have seen. Sorry, I'm moving my chair around a little bit, trying to get comfortable. Got my fan on in the background because it's ridiculously hot here, so if you hear that, I apologize. So, the end has changed since the last time I showed you guys this place. My last episode, I think it was my last episode, we did the Ender Dragon fight, right? The 1.9 Ender Dragon fight. Well, we're now in 1.10. Here's this. And this place hasn't really changed since 1.10, except for I'll show you at the end of there. Today's episode is going to be mostly a world tour kind of thing, because there's been a lot of changes, and I want to go over them with you guys. And then hopefully we'll make these episodes more frequent. So this here is an ender shelter, like it says there. It's just to hide in here and fight the dragon, or it's useful because you can look at an enderman and they can't get you in here, which makes it a lot easier. However, that's not really the way to get ender pearls now, because I fixed the ender, and that's what we're going to go over next. But I do want to show you just a lot more of this. Not much has changed in these kind of areas. What? Oh yeah, that's the cage up there. Now, if you try to modify the pillars in the end, they just regenerate when you respawn the ender dragon. So I didn't want to build anything on top of those. We left them the same, but there are also the ones in the circle around us. This one here is a pillar from before 1.9. So this one doesn't get regenerated when the ender dragon respawns. So we made this another ender shelter. So I don't think they can get me, right? Oh, okay. I probably should make this bigger, yeah. But I mean, you still can hide in here. But a lot of enderman angering today, huh? And this lets you go up to the top here, where you can snipe the ender dragon. And I don't think she can get you through the glass, but I'm not sure. But I forgot what's under here. Oh yeah, glowstone or something. If you didn't notice already, there are some changes made to this game for our resource pack. Which is something else I'll go over. This is the 1.9 version, but it's this tiny little resource pack that I made for the server and for anyone who wants it, and it's available at Superstes Noctis.blogspot.com/ I think it's resource, and there's a link there to it, ad-free link. Well, I mean, it takes to Mediafire, so there's links, ads on that page, but we don't get any money from links or anything. We just, if you want to experience it, you can. It exists specifically because we want to make some changes to the game's textures, and one of them here you can see is the glass. The glass, all different types of glass now have no streaks through them, which I think is really cool, especially for the colored glass. This slime thing here is to get down quickly. Just to make that easier. You see the portal here, I put some end rods around it, simple stuff. We made a staircase over there going to the end city. And almost looked at that guy. And you can see also there's a chorus fruit farm here, so you don't have to go all the way to the end city just for that. I do need to go on a journey to try to find some elytra, but I just haven't done that yet. What I really want to show you guys is the remade Ender, which is designed by Etho. If you haven't seen his videos, I highly recommend them. And he recently... Excuse me? That's supposed to... Is this a dropper? Yeah, it's a dropper. What in the... How did I never notice that? I never take this thing. I walk across, so that would explain it, but I never take the thing up. You can see the panes here. They use the same texture as the block, so that's why they're clear as well. This design is all the same, however, at the end here, after you go 250 blocks out, to make it so that there's no Enderman out there to interfere with spawn rates, this place on the end looks entirely different. I'm going to need to change that. Oh gosh. You can tell people use it other than me, because... Now this place obviously is not perfect, but it is really cool. I really like it. I'm going to have to modify the volume for this part of the show bit. But I'm going to do that in post, I guess. You can see here, not pressure plates, trapdoors. I modified the texture there too, so that they don't have holes in them. They still let light through though, which is useful. So, I'll show you more about this design. The cool thing about it is, it takes one sword swipe to kill them all. If you still have ears after that. The problem that I find with this thing is that, once the first couple fall, they usually are unharmed. Is this thing really all the way full already? Oh my gosh. I'm going to need to make it even longer. This goes down into the void a bit. I can go down deeper though, because the water disappears right at y equals 0. How far down is this, by the way? It's at 31. So I can go down quite a bit more. All these chests here are full of ender pearls, and this thing has been on the server for like a week. But I know Miranda likes to use this. So... and with a looting sword like mine, you end up getting a lot of ender pearls. So, in all honesty, probably I'm going to need to make one of those systems that activates when you put something in a dropper and it spits them all out into the void, because I had one of those in the last one. We really could probably use it again. So, the endermen are up there. You can see there's these funneling the ender pearls down. And... of course, there's this here. Maybe I'll put some of these in there and pick up more. That's really loud, and it's making me talk louder, so if I adjust the volume to compensate for that, it won't matter much, because then it will, but I'll be talking really loud, so I'll have to figure that out in post, but, oh, how the... There's a ladder here. You're not supposed to be able to be here. I might have to put a pressure plate here or something, but not a pressure plate. You know what I mean. I can't think with all these Endermen talking. This area is where I tell people on the server not to go because it's dangerous. It's wide open here, and if an Enderman was to be mad at you for some reason, they could knock you off into the void. Let me shift here and look. See, so it's just like wide open against the void. And again, if you want to see like a tutorial on how to build this thing, I definitely recommend going to Ethos channel. You can hear already, it uses an endermite, which is surprisingly effective. The endermite is named Ender, and he's sitting in this minecart, and the enderman can't actually get to him. But because of these pressure plates, they think they can walk across, which they can't because of these above. And they'll fall down this hole, which leads down to the killing chamber down below. Probably just looked at a bunch of them. You can see here they get mad and will track the endermite and fall down into that hole there. And when I'm down below, they eventually stop spawning when there's around 80 of them down there, which isn't a big deal for a server like ours, because they respawn pretty quickly after you kill them. So, and we don't have very many people on the server, so it doesn't really matter. However, when I'm up here, they appear to just keep spawning, which means I might end up lagging out the server by going down below. But you can see they, Ethos design had like a semicircle here, but mine is designed, I get worried they're coming towards me. But I found, they spawn in these corners anyway, so I just made it a square, because I'm not good at making, like, circles in Minecraft. It's the measurements I'm not very good with. I know there's an app to figure that out or whatever, but a website, but you can see I have 69 levels. That's a lot of levels. That's because we don't lose inventories when we die, so we don't lose levels either. And I've just been working on farming this thing for a while. So this is mainly just for maintenance up here. I could make this platform bigger, maybe increase their spawn rate, but they already have a pretty nice spawn rate. So this is different than Etho's design, of course. So if you want to see his design, again, I hope I remember to link his video down in the description or with an annotation or whatever, a card. So go check that out because all his videos are amazing. But that video really did a good job of explaining how this farm works, and I adapted my design based on his design. So you gotta make sure you close that when you get away. Whoa, okay. Ender pearls flying all over every which way when using this thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave here. I'm gonna do a cut first, but see, most of them appear to be dying anyway. How many are down here though? So, yeah, there's 91 entities right here. And if you look up, the rest of them should load in, right? Well, I mean, yeah, but you still can't see these. So, yeah. It's not a huge difference, like 10 or so more, but the main purpose of this farm is actually the XP, because the ender pearls, as you can see, are in no shortage of ender pearls here, so this annoying sound is now going again. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll be back with you guys when I get to the next destination on the tour. Alright guys, so we're back in the overworld now. I picked up some magma cream on the way, which is important because one of the new blocks you can get in 1.10 is, I don't even know where I put the dang thing, but it's going to be around here somewhere, right? It's a magma block, and it's really cool. Of course, now I can't find it. Oh yeah, because it's right next to the magma cream, that makes sense. Magma block here, there's also nether wart blocks, and red nether brick, which is all cool. It's a little bit of a weird addition in my opinion, but it's still cool. See my chest here full of ender pearls. I had a stock up from the last ender, so I wasn't in any danger of running out of ender pearls, which is good because I use them all the time. Wow, I have a lot of coal. I'm going to need to turn this. My mother's texting me. She's probably wondering where I am. So sorry if you heard that. Let's see. This is how my organization system works, by the way, down here. There is other news on the server is that there are new people on the server now, and those are some of Angie's friends. I know their names, but I think they wanted me to use different names in my videos. So there's Rick and Yosef. I think of the names they wanted me to use. Yeah. So that's them. I'll show you some of their houses and stuff. Some of their builds. I mean, I'm meaning their houses on this tour. But it's nice to have some new people on the server to revitalize it, to get some fresh new content in there, and also there's more people online when you want to play. Usually, I mean, I'm on alone right now, but and it just generally makes experience more fun. We were really picky because of the experiences we had with griefing on our past server, but I think we're all we're older and more mature now, and Angie's friends seem to be really good about not ruining our server, so it's really nice to have them around. That ender, before we move on, by the way, I do want to mention that if anyone knows what I need to do to keep some of them from dying once they're, because the first ones never die, because they're getting down to 1 heart, because I calculated the height just right. But some of the other ones, I think because of the new mob collision mechanics, where you can push other mobs around, I think because of that, they're landing on other endermen and dying. So I don't know if there's a way around that, or if I'm just doing something wrong, or maybe they're jumping before when they come down, but like I said, the first ones never die. So I don't know what the deal is, but if anyone has any answers for me, they would be greatly appreciated. You can leave them in the comments or whatever. Here's something new that we built on the server: emergency iron armor dispensary. I shouldn't say we, because I built this, but basically it has dispensers full of different iron armor. And one of the cool features you can do in this game is if you're not wearing any armor and you step on one of this, see there, it equips a full set of iron armor. And of course closes the door behind you too, which is annoying, but it's a nice way. Like, I don't know if it's ever going to be really necessary because we don't lose armor, don't lose items when we die, but it's still nice to have, I think. And my snowman stopped working because of the biome we're in. In 1.9 it stopped working, so I replaced that with my new system there. I want to head upstairs now. You'll see there's another item I changed in the texture pack, which is the iron door. I do need to modify this, though, because you can see the texture down here. It's like, you can still see the circles, I mean the squares, whatever, but they have like a gradient in them. So that's the same thing I did here, except for this, they're all solid color, so it looks a little bit odd in my opinion. But anyway, we're going to move on from that, and I'm going to show you some of the... Oh, the sun's going down. I'm going to show you some of the builds made by the other members of the server, the new members of the server. I don't know if I showed those boots sitting next to me are Frostwalker boots. Nothing really special about them. But the cool thing about the new Ender is with this mending on all my gear here. You can see when I started the video I had durability damage on my sword. So with mending it fixes it. And all my gear has it on it. So my armor ends up being nice and repaired. And... it will all be repaired if you switch to it after taking the damage or whatever. So that's all nice. Sorry there, I had to mute myself for a second. Pumpkins are another one. You can see here they have a face on them, but when they're not lit, they don't have a face on them. And that was probably what actually wanted me to make this in the first place. You can see here this pumpkin doesn't have a head. I mean, this pumpkin doesn't have a face on it. And the reason why I did that is because it didn't seem right to me that when pumpkins were growing, they had faces on them when they haven't even been picked yet. And that was weird to me. So now they don't have that on there anymore. If you're, if you are hunting Enderman, you see I put the texture of the pumpkin on over your face instead of, so you can see your entire screen, but it's all blurred. Of course, you can always do the F1 to see clearly too, but this way, I think it's easier to fight the Ender Dragon with a pumpkin on your head. So that's nice. The next thing I want to show you guys. First of all, we have a chorus fruit farm back there. I think I've shown that off already. There's Angie's new wizard tower. Honestly, I can't really say much about it because I'm not a good builder, but my problem with it is that it's square. And wizard towers aren't usually square. I mean, the face on it's kind of goofy, but Angie's goofy, so it's fine. But what bothers me about it is just that it's so square, because wizard towers are usually cylindrical, I guess. But obviously she put a lot of work into it, and I don't want to be rude even saying that. So Angie, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't hate it. I just I wish it was cylindrical, I guess. So I'm going to move on past that. I was going to show you in there, but it's not really finished yet, so I'll try to do that once it's finished. This house has existed here before. It's a building whitelisted tutorial on. I'm going to have to link to all these now in the description. I don't know if I can find this one, though. It's a pretty old tutorial now. But this one's more recent, and I'll try to link to this one in the description. It's a building by BOO, who he made this on his the Minecraft server that he plays as a part of, and he did a tutorial on it because people wanted to see it. It definitely stands out in this world because the build style is really nice. I like it. It's that spammy build style of where he mixes blocks together and stuff, but I think it looks really nice. It just doesn't fit in with the rest of the builds on the server, but you can tell that it's something special because it's like a professional design is what I would call it. Since BOO made it, he made it really well. There's even a moose above the fireplace, but you can see here fire spreads off. That's why I have that in there. This is all really complicated, and I really like the way it looks. Kind of crammed in here, but it still is a cool design. There's even a little upstairs here with a little studying station and some storage in here. You can see, if you know his stuff, you'll know that I did make some modifications to this for my own design, but it's still his design. The backyard's different than his is, but he didn't do a tutorial on the backyard anyway. So I tried to match the style as best I could. this bedroom over here with a double bed. You can see the bed texture's changed. That's, I didn't mention that before, but that's part of the texture pack as well. I don't think I put a record in there. And then downstairs in the basement here, I haven't made this yet. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it because it doesn't. I want to make it fit in with the style of the rest of the house. But I did make this, which takes you down here to this corridor that's part of the underground tunnel system. That way it comes up above ground. This way there's the beacon that's in the middle of the fountain, which is a speed 2 beacon. Comes up in the fountain there. That way goes down to the tunnel where Angie and I and the mansion are. But I'm actually going to go this way towards Miranda's house, even though this doesn't come out in Miranda's house. This comes out near it. And the kind of the idea of it was to be able to avoid the surface. That was where it used to come up. It doesn't anymore. It comes up at this little spiral thing at the end. I don't know if I've shown this before. I believe I helped build this, but I'm not sure. I don't want to take credit for it because I'm not sure if I did or not. You can see this comes to the surface here. There's Miranda's house right there. I do actually want to show... I should be using ender pearls since I have so many of them now. But, Rick's house. Down at the end here. Is this it? I thought it was bigger than this. Oh, he must have modified it. Yes, I keep walking by here and I never realized it, I guess. He has a farm here. This used to be a big building that looked like some kind of like pastry, like chocolate pastry, out of like lighter wood swirled around with a design of dark oak. It looks like he has completely modified his house, or is it even a house anymore? It looks like it just goes down to his mine. Yeah, it's just a mine. So I will have to send a message to our little group and find out what happened to his house. If he moved it somewhere, or I don't know what happened. Oop. Get out the escort here. Okay, so 2 more things I want to show you, and that'll be the end. There is over here a really cool build by Yosef, which is a castle. Hey, look, an endermite. What are the chances of that? It took me a while using spamming ender pearls to get one to spawn in. You can see here he built a castle, which is really cool. He's been working on trying to figure out a cool way to do redstone for the gate. So I guess you can leave suggestions in the comments if you have something that you think he should use. I can't say he'll take it because it's him, not me. So, but you can always suggest it, and I can relay the suggestions to him. I think it's just cool. It's based on a design, I believe. I don't think he designed it himself, but you know, it's still really cool. It's not done on the inside yet, obviously. But I really like this place. I think it's really cool. This must be his mine. That's really cool. He has like a staircase going down here, but he also has... Oh, this is interesting because of the way the ladders work there. I don't know what the design is of all this, but it's really cool. I think he did a really good job with it, and he spent a lot of time getting those iron blocks for up there too. But like I said, I think he did a very good job on it. And the last thing I want to show, I don't know if I've ever shown it to you guys, but if I can find my way out of here, is Miranda's village. We all have villages on the server. Angie's having the most trouble with hers because it's in the sky and she wants to overhaul it. But oh, someone's been working on this tunnel. Didn't have diorite in it before. Didn't have pillars like that. You can see here she has a desert village. I feel like I probably have shown this before, but it has changed. So, see her village here is actually doing really well. I helped seed her village with some villagers from mine, but I feel like, I mean, obviously there's more work to be done here. She has this huge area here. This construction zone, she doesn't want the villagers going in yet. She's working on building a huge thing in here, which is really cool. This goes to Acaciaville, my settlement. She's having grass grow, but it only grows when the chunk is loaded, because we want to turn this all into a path. But Well, she does. I've been helping her with it, but... so you can see my banner here for Acaciaville, and it's the embassy here. I was going to put a villager back here, but I decided not to, and I can't put a zombie back here because it'll scare the villagers away. So this just goes in a straight line to Acaciaville, and this is here so that villagers can't accidentally get in. The only way to actually do it is to hit the button and force a minecart to spawn. So that's basically what's been happening on the server since the last time I made a video. There is... you can see the castle from here. That looks cool. I mean, I also made a boat thing, which I can probably show you guys, but it's not all that special. It just uses the new mechanic where boats, with the new boats 1.9, where they can... oh, I should have done this. Boom. Where they can go really fast on ice. That's what the design is. And it's over behind spawn. Oh, that's underwater. Oh. Yep. I forgot ender pearls don't really fly well underwater, do they? You can see... oh, crap. Ow. That was a miss. Oops. But you can see over here there... oh, come on. What's with all the chickens? There's a little shelter over there. I don't know if I've ever shown, but I won't today because I don't know what my time is. This is the little horse track that Miranda made. And I don't think there's been any real changes to it since the last time I showed it. I think I showed it before. But this area is new. This is mine in here. It says Superstes Noctis boat track, entrance and exit. Would you get out of here? I don't want your freaking spider eyes. Get. This goes into there's a water drop here to get down here fast, but it just spirals up here to the top of the mountain, where I built a little like an ice rink for the boats, which I think we still haven't used, but I think it'd be really fun to try out. So yeah, I built this little thing over it. I don't know how it is, like what I think about it, but it's decent, I guess, and it's fun because it allows you to hop in a boat and roar around this track like this, which is crazy. It's hard to control. It's like going to be like a bumper boats thing. If we ever do this, hopefully I'll be able to make a video of it because it's crazy, man. Anyway, that's all I wanted to show you for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and leave a like if you enjoyed, and help me know that I should make more videos of this content. I have more games I want to record too, but I haven't been doing that lately for my own personal reasons. So there's Acaciaville right there. So let me know if you would like to see more. Come on, land in Acaciaville. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, basically, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in my next video.